we are going to see problems relating to statement of profit or loss account. So in order to do these problems, you must be very clear in the format which we have already shown in the previous slides. So that is, the format is statement of profit or loss. This is a simple format of it. So if you know this format, you'll be able to do these sums. These sums preferably come in the 2 marks. So the format is closing capital. You must add drawings, and from the answer which you get, you must subtract the additional capital. The answer which you get is called the adjusted capital, and minus opening capital. So finally, what answer you get, if it is a positive answer, it's going to be profit. If it's a negative answer, it's going to be loss. So as you do the sum, you'll know the hang of it, right? So the first sum, I'm going to do the first sum. So the first sum is, from the following particulars, ascertain profit or loss. So we must open the statement of profit or loss. The first item is capital at the beginning of the year. So beginning of the year is opening capital. So they have given you 5 lakh as opening capital. So now basically I'm just going to fill up these things which they have given in the problem. Secondly is capital at the end of the year. So end means closing capital. So 8,50,000. Next is additional capital introduced during the year. So additional capital is 1,20,000. And the next is drawing during the year is 70,000. So now we have got all the items. So the next step is we are just going to add and subtract and finish up the sum. So 8,50,000 plus 70,000 is going to be 9,20,000. Now 9,20,000 minus 1,20,000, which will give you the adjusted capital, that is 8 lakhs. And from 8 lakhs you're going to take away 5 lakhs. So if you take away 5 lakhs, it's going to be 3 lakhs. So now your answer is a positive number. That is 8 minus 5 is possible. So it is a profit. If your adjusted capital is greater than your opening capital, then it is profit. Simple. If your adjusted capital is lesser than your opening capital, then you will get the answer as a loss. That is a negative number you will get. Now let's look into the second sum. So from the following particulars, you must ascertain the profit or loss. So as soon as I read the sum, I wrote down the format of statement of profit or loss. So the first item given there is capital as on 1st January 2018. So as it is mentioned as January, I take it into consideration that is opening capital. So my opening capital is 2,20,000. Next is capital as on 31st December 2018. So that is going to be my closing capital. So it is 1,80,000. Next is additional capital introduced during the year is 40,000. So additional capital is going to be 40,000. And the next last one is drawings made during the year 50,000. So my drawings is 50,000. So now you are going to just add and subtract it. So 1,80,000 plus 50,000 is going to be 2,30,000. 2,30,000 minus 40,000 is going to be, it doesn't go, so I'm just going to borrow it. So if I borrow, I will get 1,90,000. So now if you compare and see, your adjusted capital is less than your opening capital. So I've already told you, if it comes like this, you're going to get a loss. So you're just going to do it the reverse way. So I'll just do the rough work over here, the working note over here. So 1,90,000 minus 2,20,000 is not possible. So it's going to be the other way around. So 2,20,000 minus 1,90,000. So if you subtract it, so 12. So I carry, I get 30,000. So this 30,000, when you do it the other way around, it's an indication that it is a loss. Or you can very well take it up with this. So adjusted capital, if it's less than the opening capital, then it is a loss. So next is a missing figure sum. So in these kind of problems, they will ask you to find a certain figure. For example, drawings will not be given, or additional capital will not be given, or opening capital would have to be found out by us. So these kind of sums we're going to deal with now. So from the following details, calculate the missing figure. So what details they have given, I'm going to fill it up directly. So closing capital as on 31/3/2018 is 80,000. So I'll fill up the closing capital. Next is additional capital introduced during the year is 30,000. Next is drawings during the year is 15,000. Opening capital as on 1/4/2017 is a big question mark, and they have given the loss. So loss for the year is 25,000. So we have to find the opening capital, which is over here. So how can that be found out? So first, if you compare and see, these two are here where we can perform the addition. So 80,000 plus 15,000 is 95,000. Next, if you see, these two are here, so we can find out the adjusted capital. So 95,000 minus 30,000, so it's going to be 65,000. So when you compare this to, how it will become a loss? Only when your adjusted capital is less than your opening capital. So that means a bigger value has to come here. So add up these two. So 65,000 plus 25,000 is going to be 90,000. So if you again calculate to check whether your answer is correct, forget that it's a loss over here. So 65,000 and 90,000. If you subtract, you will get 25,000, but it will be a negative number, so it is a loss. This is also a missing figure sum. So in this sum, from the following details, we have to calculate the closing capital as on 31st December 2018. Therefore, closing capital is a missing figure. What details he has given is capital as on 1st Jan 2018. That is, your opening capital is 1 lakh. Goods withdrawn for personal use by the owner. When cash or goods withdrawn for the personal use of the owner, it is termed to be drawings. So 30,000. Next, additional capital introduced during the year is 15,000. So additional capital of 15,000. Next is profit for the year. So they have got a profit. So profit for the year is 60,000. So we must find out the closing capital. So we do not have anything to add with the drawing. So we have to go from down to top. So from the bottom level, we have to march our way to the top level. So first we are going to do this. So when you are going to the bottom level, all these mathematical expressions will change. That is, if you are going to do this, we are going to find out adjusted capital over here. So it's going to be 1 lakh plus 60,000. So 1 lakh 60,000. If you add the two between the line, you will get the top one. If you want to see whether it's correct, usually what we do, adjusted capital is 1 lakh 60,000. From 1 lakh 60,000, if you subtract opening capital 1 lakh, then you'll get your profit as 60. Therefore, adjusted capital of 1 lakh is correct. Next one is these two. So if there's a minus here, you're going to place it here. So 1 lakh 60,000 plus 15,000 is 1 lakh 75,000. So if you want, you can check it up. So 1 lakh 75,000 minus additional capital of 15,000 will give me 1 lakh 60,000. Now next, you are going to do this too in order to find the closing capital. So when you're doing this too, it's a plus sign over here. So ultimately, you're going to subtract over here. So 1 lakh 75,000 minus 30,000 will give me 1 lakh 45,000 as my answer. So I think it will be clear for you. If there's a plus sign over here and you work your way up, then it's going to be the opposite. The fifth sum is from the following details, calculate the missing figure. That is capital as on 1st April 2018. So this is going to be my opening capital of 40,000. Next is capital as on 31st March 2019 as 50,000. So that's going to be my closing capital, 50,000. Additional capital introduced during the year is 7,000. So additional capital of 7,000. And lastly, profit for the year is 8,000. So they've given us a profit. Right, so as I told you, which is a missing figure here, this is the drawings is a missing figure over here. Right, so when I work my way from the bottom to the top, my mathematical expressions here is going to change. So if it's minus over here, I'm going to add up over here. So 40 plus 8 is going to be 48,000. Next, I'm going to find out my answer for this one. That is 48 plus 7,000 is going to be 55,000. Next, when I'm going to do these two, if you see there's an addition sign over here. So my answer is 55,000 and one of my question is 50,000. So what should have been added with 50,000 to get 55,000? So obviously it's going to be a subtraction over here. So plus means it's going to be minus. So 55 minus 50 is 5,000. So that's how when you add the closing capital 50,000 with the drawings of 5,000, you will get 55,000 as the answer. So this is going to be your balancing figure.